focusing on the most, and the one that gets the most energy in the space right now is engagement. So really, how do you get those alums to engage not only with the institution, but engage with one another, and really focus in that area. So I think that's where we really look at it, and engagement. The way that we really determine if folks are engaged is all the touch points that are available out there. Where are we seeing those folks? How are we seeing them? Speak with one another, provide comments, provide feedback, interact with the different offerings that are available. That's really where we feel a lot of the energy is in that engagement area. And it's kind of it's not the same as loyalty, but it's definitely a cousin and an area that we all focus on right now. Everybody's got the individual benefit nailed. That's been around a long time, and there's some great examples there. The group dynamic, a lot of different schools are leveraging Facebook as a way to create that group dynamic. Many schools have their own platform, so they're retaining all that data. It's really the shared value piece, kind of that last one I mentioned, that's the one that's trickier, because the challenge is to provide the tools to the alumni base so that they realize, that they have common values with one another, but the tools to assist each other. And that's really where it can become a challenge to get that last piece, the shared values in there. In Falls, shared values can go a lot of different directions, but the area that we've seen right now that's really gotten some great energy is just helping one another through everything we're dealing with COVID. So that's a great example of schools, helping those alumni business owners that are part of the alumni base, but also giving the information to other alums so they know who to help out. And it's just kind of that shared knowledge that really speaks well to the shared values of the organization. So I think that's an example of one that we see a lot of energy around right now, that ties into that third piece that can often be a challenge to get set up. It really varies upon the school and the way that everything's structured, but a great centralized point are the alumni benefits. Some schools have a heavy focus on athletics. There's some competition between athletics and alumni benefits, but when we focus, in the alumni benefits area, that can really be a powerful place to leverage a lot of these offerings, up to and including things like career development. Again, back to the shared values, when folks can kind of pull some of that information and offerings together, it really energizes the alumni base. And so I would say, again, every school is a little bit different, but the ones where we've seen the most success has been when they've kind of kept things focused in the alumni area, because that is catching folks that are coming right out of school, alums that are just getting established, alums who are established. And when you can kind of almost create this sense of mentorship in a larger community, those programs really offer a lot of engagement and overall success in the program. Two pieces that we've seen and heard from folks that have been really key. One is just listening. So, what are those alums looking for? Whatever platform you're utilizing to get information to the alums, to let them engage with one another, it has to be open enough so that you can plug in the next new thing. Because what is very consistent is there's always going to be change. There's always going to be different items that the alums are looking for. And so you never want to get boxed into a platform that's not adaptable. And so I'd say that's probably the biggest one, is just listen, be able to adapt. And obviously the third piece is to adapt. And the more feedback that can get back to alums to know that you're listening, you've heard them, you're instituting some of the ideas that they have. Well, that goal goes back to those shared values, and again, really energizes the relationship and the overall program.